Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is SUBRATA. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry more than 22 years. Today, I'll share some information and technicalities of the our most important part of our body, that is the heart. If heart stops working, we are no more actually. So it is very important to understand our knowledge actually on the heart actually. If we talk about the causes of death, top 10 causes of death globally, number one comes in heart. The total death in the whole world due to heart attack or heart failure is 16% whole world. And if it talks about only for US, such a developed country where a lot of facilities are there, still 24% people are dying due to the heart failure or heart attack as on date. And if we talk about our country, India, here the statistics say 26% people are dying for heart attack or heart failure. So what is that actually? So we need to, we all know about heart very well. We all have gone through about heart in our biology, etc., in schools and colleges. But I'll share some information in different dimensions. There are a lot of components in heart, but in my understanding, the most important few components in heart are the different valves of the heart, because that is actually give the performance of this pumping system actually. Now, and if you see the dynamics of the heart, there are a lot of muscles. How effectively how it's functioning actually. There is a term in engineering. It is called fatigue life. Like say something made of steel or structure, it is a life for functioning. Say spring. A spring cannot work for 20, 50 years. Maybe after sometimes it's there's a movement capacity got reduced. In the same way in heart, there are a lot of muscle which needs to function or move in a very quantified way. And for that, the health of these muscles are very important, and which needs to taken care by different activities and different parameter, or depends on which decides the life of such things actually, and finding the functioning of the heart. And if it talks about the different valves, there are 4 valves actually in our heart, like one tricuspid valve, pulmonary valve, aortic valve, bicuspid valve. And you can see here in this picture how this tricuspid valve is working, because in one movement it allows the blood go inside, and another movement it stops and pumping outside. So every time, how many billion cycle actually it needs to function for a human life, so for 80 years of life. So this functions, how the muscles of the heart, keeping it very healthy is very important actually, and we need to understand how it works actually. This is a real picture of a tricuspid valve during some surgery actually, and this is a picture for the bicuspid valve. Now, as a common person, how we understand actually whether everything is working fine inside? One of the basic way to understand the heartbeat, whether our heartbeat is, this is one of the display or output of the functioning of the heart, whether heartbeat is properly actually in a particular minute. So there is a chart which depends on your age actually, basically different age range. There is a standard heartbeat, that is one side, and another is your lifestyle actually, like those who are athlete or regular doing gym and exercise. So for them, there is some range, and for the normal people there is some other range. And if we there is a big chart actually, but if we need to understand or remember, for adult, if the heartbeat is 65 to 70, it is very good on an average. And for the athletes and those who are doing good exercise regularly, for them 65 to 55 is very good. But heart rate, heartbeat rate per minute, if it is more than 80, then it is not good actually. It is a poor functioning indication of the heart. So that needs to basic understanding actually. Now, if we talk about the basic circulatory system which is driven by the heart, so the vessels which actually carries this blood in our body in different area, whole area of the body actually. One is the artery, one is the capillary, one is the vein. Artery is which pumps the blood away from the heart, and capillaries, which is a net type of thing, very fine, which connects between the veins and artery and exchange the nutrition and the gaseous what we call the oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood. So that gas exchange is happening in the this capillary area, and vein carries the blood back to the heart actually after doing this. And nowadays, the medical treatment is doing a lot of advances. So it is possible that heart transplantation can also happen, but it is a very costly exercise, and it is not always available also. So we should not think about it. But this is one of the last option actually if the heart is very in poor conditions actually. You can see here actually like when heart is kept, and now it will be transferred to some other patient's body actually. So it is artificially kept for a few hours actually. Now in coronary function actually, like this there are 3 arteries in our heart which are very important, and most of the cases this blockage, we all know that nowadays, that comes in most of these coronary artery actually mainly. And this reason of, if we talk about the reason and the symptoms of the blockage in heart, the blockage reasons are, number one is the poor diet. Many people are very not careful about their diet, like taking a lot of fat and other different ways actually, oils, etc. Inactive lifestyle and physical exercise and calorie burning etc. is not there. So basically poor diet and inactive lifestyle may lead to a blockage of the heart actually. And when the day by day your fat is deposited in different part of the artery, and the heart functioning is getting less efficient, some symptom you can find continuously in the person. If you see for 6%, 8%, or 6 months, 8 months, or maybe 1-2 years, you are feeling that there is no such pain on the heart, but the person is feeling dizziness. There is a shortness of breathing actually when walking or something for a normal working lifestyle actually, and rapid heartbeat actually, then there is a possibility that some blockage is creating actually, or maybe 70-80% blockage is there already. So then we need to consult with the doctors, and depending on the severity of the blockage or how much percentage is blocked, the doctor or the surgeon decide whether angioplasty needs to be done or something. This is one of the most common treatment for blockage of the heart actually. Some surgical stent is put inside the right position where this blockage is there, and normally the angioplasty is suggested if the blockage is a minimum 80% to 90%. And the process is that where there is a blockage, some instrument is there, like a wire, fine wire actually, it goes there, and in different, and the wire in particular position there is a balloon, and over the balloon there is a stainless steel fine mesh is there, which is weave in such a way that when normally it says diameter is 2 millimeter, and when the balloon will be inflated, then the net will expand and it stick to a particular position where it's things needs to be. You can see here in this picture, like there is a wire is fitted in here, there is a balloon, and you can see this is the actually process. There is a wire, and over wire there is a balloon. Balloon is got inflated in a particular position, and over the balloon there is a net. And net is when the mechanism is such that balloon when got expanded, then the net got twisted and it expand and make it a maximum possible diameter, and it basically stick to the wall of the heart. You can see here how it is working actually. Balloon is inflated and mesh is inflated. Now it is the wire is back and the net is fixed on this particular position. So blockage is clear. Now the blood can move continuously. So this is basic way to, and simple way to understand what is the angioplasty actually. Now in many times what happen, this blockage is say more than 95%, and this system cannot go in that position, it cannot work many places. So in that case, say there is an artery like that, and in the middle of the artery there is a blockage. So that needs to be, that is called the bypass surgery actually. like one artery then needed actually from your body, and most of the time it is taken from the leg of the person. That artery connects between, bypassing the blockage. So this is the blockage area, so it connects from here to here by the artery, and blockage area kept as it is because it is not treatable. So that artery is taken from some part of the body, and most of the cases it is the leg of the person from where this is taken actually. So if all such thing we don't desire in our life actually, we need to take few basic action actually in our life, or what I say drives actually, like, because nowadays we all are busy with work actually, and we are very least bothered about our health unless and until some problem comes and very big symptoms is there actually. So, but proactively and preventive way, we need to do something actually very, very important for very good having healthy life, and as well especially care taken for this heart actually. Number one is diet is very, very important. It should be oil and fat less actually as much as possible actually. So maximum you can take total 2 to 1% fat actually, like oil, butter, etc. We need to remove from our chart actually. And regular exercise is very, very important to keep the heart healthy. There is no alternative, like morning walk, even in the evening. Those who doesn't get time in the morning and evening, in your home, in your terrace, wherever you find, you need to do at least minimum half an hour to 1 hour physical exercise daily. That's very, very important actually. And those who are diabetic actually, they need to. It is very hard attack, and the heart failure also many ways connected with the diabetes actually. So controlling the diabetes is very, very important, those who have this disease actually. And avoid smoking and consuming alcohol is totally banned actually. If you want to improve your heart actually, it is not suggested to consume at all. And keep this your cholesterol level and the etc. to like lipid profile, if we say technically. So that needs to be checked regularly, and if something is there, needs to be taken care of. And the control of hypertension, like stress management or meditation, etc. is also very, very important for taking care of your health actually. So if you find this presentation is interesting and important information there, you can share with your friends so that everybody get the good result and input from these presentations. And if you have not yet subscribed my YouTube channel, you can subscribe my YouTube channel by clicking on this bell icon. You can get the notification for my future presentation also. Thank you so much for your attention.